that. You knows me. I knows you knows me. Because you're sat there waiting. I saved you something. Ready salted. Let's see if you like these. And if you don't like these, we've got some of my favourite Pringles. What a beautiful gift. Happy days. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Are you chasing wasps? Wait, the pigeon wants his breakfast. Are you gonna sit down? I thought you was. Now let the pigeon have his breakfast. She knows it's there, because as soon as I sat down, she come over. Now, are the messages working? Is anybody sending messages? I know people have liked. That's showing up. But no messages are showing up yet. Oh, there's that one that's got the racist attitude. She lets her dog play with little dogs, but anything bigger, she drags it away. Yeah, I see. You like them then? Ready salted Lay's crisps? Happy days. I don't see any messages. So what's happening? It's very unusual that people like without commenting. So yeah, I'm a little bit confused to what's going on. Do I have to end this live and start again? Or are people messaging, hey, there's the head of turtle, yes, yes, yes. Now, I'm not sure. Are these turtle doves or are they woodcocks? I think they're woodcocks, isn't they? Wood pigeons. Yeah, no, these are wood pigeons. I'm yet to learn what the frickin' hell a turtle dove is. She's currently eating crisps. Good morning, Latoya. Good morning. Um, last time I went live, you asked me a question, and I'm not sure if I answered it, but I'm remembering your question. Do I have Restream? I am signed up with Restream. I'm signed up with like 3, maybe 4 different live streaming apps. Um, Personally, I don't really like Restream from the phone. I think if I had a laptop or a PC, definitely Restream would be one of my first favorites. Uh, but Restream don't work very well from mobile phones, especially when wandering around like I normally am. It likes to be it likes to have a solid signal. It doesn't like to be a seeking signal. And when I'm walking around, it seems to be a seeking signal. So it seems very slow. And a lot of the features don't work. So this wood pigeon, she been visiting me when I was over on that bench over there. Yeah, that bench. There's 3 of them that comes visiting me. But there's one that's more regular than the others. It's like she recognizes my rucksack. She recognizes Grizzles. And so she recognizes. And she's cottoned on that when I'm arriving, I've got breakfasts or dinners or supper. Well, they're not really around in the evenings. I was once asked by a starseed, a self-acclaimed starseed. Well, that starseed we called out and called out to be not a starseed, more like a seeded star wannabe. So, anyways, he asked me, "Where do birds go at night?" Now that's a good question. Where do all the birds go at night? Yeah. I mean, most birds go to a nest. Okay, these pigeons confuse me because in the daytime they be hanging around the yard, they be hanging around in the trees. But in the evenings, where do they go? And you don't really see pigeons out at nighttime. And I know because I've been out at night times. I've been looking for pigeons at nighttime, and I don't see none of them. To be honest with you, head of turtle, I've never really paid much attention to pigeons. Yeah, I've always seen them as a bit of a cockroach rather than a beautiful bird. But sitting here, paying attention to the pigeons and these woodcocks, I like them. I like more the woodcocks. The pigeons are a bit bully, you know. Yeah, they're a bit bully and savage. These ones are a little bit more timid. And look, this is either I think this is a boy that's chasing the girls off. It's definitely protecting its food. See that? It just chased that one off. And if if that other one comes closer, it's gonna chase that one off. Yeah. So I think he's a boy now. I don't think that's a female. But yeah, they got very smooth and beautiful colored feathers. I just had a feather, and it seems to have vanished. Seems to have grown legs and flown away. There it is. So Grizzles has had his breakfast. He had a tin of meat and some biscuits. One of his friends came round to say hi, but out of respects, the mammy, the mother of the Labrador that came round, she said, "Oh, Grizzles is having his dinner." I said, "Let him be," which was nice and respectful. I found that feather again. Very silky they are. Right, sitting on his lead. That's not very comfortable. So I've got my bed spread out because I'm ready to go to sleep. We've been up all night. Oh dear. And what a night it was. What a blooming adventure we had. So I go put that there. Where do I start? Flipping heck. Yesterday morning. Wow. The night before. Wow. Absolute craziness. So the night before, that lady that I was minding, she allowed people to come over and say hi to us whilst we were sleeping. Or not saying hi to me, but saying hi to Grizzles. And then she gave up all the information that she knew about Grizzles. And so I had to put her in her place, you know, like, hang on a minute. This is my bed, equivalent to my house. You just let strangers in to see my children. I'm not too comfortable with that. So anyways, yesterday morning, waking up and coming walking with Grizzles, the woman kept stopping at the same trees as myself and Grizzles. She wasn't walking with us, but she kept stopping to look. So okay, fair enough. We went over and sat down on the bench eventually, and she sat with us. And then out of nowhere, she just got up and walked away, and I haven't seen her since. Happy fucking days. I don't be needing headaches, and I don't need to be babysitting people's. So it's one thing being friendly, but I don't know. Babysitting people's ain't really my job. So it was a nice couple of days knowing that I kept her safe. And now she's on her way. It's a happy days. So yesterday afternoon, yesterday morning or the night before, 2 big massive ships came in. They're not here anymore. Yes, T1. What's happening, bro? We're in the city centre of Alicante, T1. Yeah, we're in this beautiful park. Yeah, here you can see the lion's asses. Yeah, that's the lion's ass. And there's another lion's ass over there. Oh, no, there. Yeah. And down that end, we can't focus in on them, but you can see them in previous videos. There's 2 dogs, very equivalent to the Grizzles. Very equivalent to Grizzles and Ted, actually. So it's almost like, yeah, we're in the right place. So yesterday, sound asleep I was. And then all of a sudden, I startled and woke up. And I brought Grizzles back around here. Yeah, he was over there, right? Fair enough, he likes it over there. But when I'm sleeping, normally he's under here. When I fell asleep, he was under there. So maybe he moved over there and woke me up. But I woke up and there was a family sat on this wall. And it looked like they'd come off the cruise ship. Or one of the cruise ships. And whatchamacallit? One of the fellas come over. Big, massive fella. Put 20 euros in my hand. And then 10 minutes later, he came over with a sandwich. And it had 4 types of meat in it. And cheese. Unfortunately, it was sliced bread. sliced white bread, which is very sticky on the teeth. But feckin' hell, what a decent sandwich that was. I haven't had a meaty sandwich like that for a long, long time. But anyways, there was 2 tramps over there. There was another one over there. There was another one on my better bench. I've let the old fella that normally sits there in the morning. So he sits there with his bottle of water and his cup of coffee, and drinks his coffee and his water, and then he up and goes. For me, it's my preferred seat, my preferred bench, because there's less traffic. It's next to the fountain if I need water. It's next to a bin if I've got any rubbish. And happy days. And it's got beautiful shelter in the mornings. In the evenings, it gets the last bit of sunshine for about an hour and a half. This place gets early morning sunshine. Yeah, there's the sun there. But it rises up over there, so it shines right through here. Now we've got the shade for the day. And the nighttime, the evenings, we don't get no sunshine here. This one's shaded. So this is one of my preferred seats as well. My original seat is where that tramp's sleeping over there. Yeah, he's stolen my seat, he's stolen my cardboard, and he stole a bottle of water off of me. Aye. So I like this seat even more, because it's kind of like, my eyes are on you, motherfucker. He leaves his cardboard there all day. He pisses and shits under that tree. He's even got a friend living in the toilet that he's created. He's created that toilet in the time that he's been there. And now that whole area stinks of him. And it's absolutely disgusting. I like laughing at him, sleeping on my spunky pork, fucking sausage, munched friggin' cardboard, and cheesy feet, all that sort of stuff. That's what he's sleeping on. And him being Moroccan and Muslim, I mean, there's a big, massive joke on him, really. Silly fucker. Playing with magic. It's alright, because in the evenings, when I like to be sleeping, early evening, that gets the last bit of sunshine as well. So I don't mind the fact that I've had to readjust my pattern. I don't mind at all. So yeah, T1. Since we left that place in Valencia where we were working with Pepe and Josephine and the horse, the donkey, the sheep, and the dog and the swimming pool and all that stuff. Since then, we've been chasing town and city life. Easier living, better shopping, and more people to say hello to. Yeah, or more people to be watching. Environments which, I don't need monies. There's charity food places. There's water fountains for drinking water. There's places where I can wash. And yeah, it's normal. Cities having homeless people floating around is normal. So being in Alicante 10 years ago, I'm back here again. And now we've been here like 4 weeks now, I think. Yeah, I think we arrived on the Sunday or the Monday or the Saturday or something. And yeah, 4 weeks ago. I've only had one spot of bother, really, and I create that myself. Yeah, you know how I am towards crackheads and junkies and pissheads. Well, this junkie pisshead kept sitting in front of me. Yeah, and he's begging, and he's abusive. He's pissing all over the place. He comes over and he's all hands all over Grizzles, like he knows me, like he knows Grizzles. I had to tell him, "Wait, crackhead, leave my dog alone." And it was more like, "Wait, crackhead, leave my child alone. You dirty pervert, motherfucking crackhead, no good for nothing. Crackhead, no good for nothing. Dirty pervert, fucker." You dirty junkie motherfucker. And yeah. So then he tells all the gypsies and all the other crackheads, you know, like, he's called me a crackhead junkie. He's called me. So yeah, I've sized up maybe 20 or 30 fucking crackhead junkies now. Yeah, it's brilliant. And they've all been, I've been pointed out to them. So I get waves and encouragement. I get blims of weed and blims of hash off of most of them. Because I've told them, I'm not going looking for weed and hash. Yeah, I'm a known weed smoker. I'm not a fucking rat. I'm not ratting myself out or ratting other people out by routine behavior. If people have got weed and they want to see me stoned and relaxed, they'll deliver me weed in happy days. I ain't no fucking junkie. You get me? Yeah. I'm Tarzan. Well, them wood pigeons have better things to be eating, obviously, or they'd be here. That one chasing the other ones off, taking the piss. But anyways, that's what happens, yeah? The alphas, you know, they have their day. And eventually, those ones that he's bullying, they'll stand up to him and say, fuck you. Who the fuck you think you are? Strutting your stuff, fluffing around, bullying me. Your days are numbered. I outdate you. And that's what, that's what birds do. That's what dogs do. That's what people do. All the way through history. That's normal. Or we learn to respect our elders and our teachers. We end up being grateful for the pushing around, the bouncing around, the headbutts, the kneeing, the pinning down, the kicking when you're on the ground. Sometimes we grow up to appreciate that. Knowing what it feels like, you can mentally be prepared when it happens again. Oh dear, we've got T1 and Head of Turtle laughing. Oh no. You shouldn't be laughing. You know what laughing does, yeah? It only encourages me. What's happening now with our process? What's happening? So, yesterday, check this out. Yeah, I want to wait for King Charles, Mr. Beautiful Blues. So somebody give Mr. Beautiful Blues a call. I've already called out to our beloved King Charles. But yeah, somebody give Mr. Beautiful Blues a shout, will you? We've got a couple of hours, I think. But anyways, we walked fucking 11 kilometers last night. Just for the fun of it. Yeah. We had 61 euros in our pocket. And I spent it all. Now, coming back from finishing our 10-kilometer hike, we came back. The first fountain we went to get cold water from, it wasn't working. So like the dirty tramp, hobo, drifter, homeless motherfucker that I am, I sat on the side of the road and smiled. Pulled out Grizzles' water bowl and the last drop of water I was carrying, and I emptied it into his bowl. Next thing you know, a couple of pound coin, a €2 coin was put into me, put into my hand. And then it just kept coming in. By the end of the night, we had 19 euros. So we bought water. What else did I buy? Nothing. Then later this morning, went back to the same shop and I bought a sack of dog food, a dog meat, and a bottle of water. And then I came out of the shop and there was a fella from Senegal touching Grizzles. I intercepted. I put my hand in between his hand and Grizzles. Muk Grizzles. And he said, "What? Am I not allowed to touch your dog?" I said, "Mate, he's attached to my house. He's my baby, and I've gone shopping." Gracias. He was. It's woof. We had a 2-minute discussion outside the shop, and it was nice. It was banterous, yeah, like we do on YouTube, yeah, or this side of YouTube, the side of YouTube that I was introduced to, the side of YouTube that I maintain involvements with. The outings, yeah. I'm not doing the backbone and the brains of this corner. Just the tattoos and the lipstick of that corner, I might say. So, anyways, eventually, I put my rucksack on and I walked down the road. The fellow from Senegal, he walked off in a different direction. I looked at Grizzle and I could see he was still tired. He still needed to rest. So he sat down. Gave him some water. He fell asleep. About half hour later, the fellow from Senegal returned. And I said, "Please, if you would like to sit and speak with Grizzles now, you're more than welcome. He's not on duty. Yeah, I'm on duty." And he did. He stayed with us for about 3/4 of an hour, talking. I could tell you all about him from what he told me. But it's better if you were there. And then anyways, he goes off. And he comes back and he demanded 20 quid onto me. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Before he left, I gave him a roll up. Yeah. Hand rolled tobacco. Nothing else. Just a cigarette paper and a bit of tobacco and a light to light it. He went off for some time. He came back and forced 20 euros onto me. And as he did that, somebody else forced a euro onto us. They actually threw it into Grizzle's water bowl, which is funny, you know, laundering monies, yeah, putting money through the laundry, washing the monies. We went for English breakfast then. The worst English breakfast I've ever had, but it was a good Spanish English breakfast, if you get my drift. It had toast. It tasted like it had been fried. I had eggs. They were joined together, sunny side up, and extremely soft. I had beans in a little fucking little bowl. 2 Cumberland sausages. I can't trust that they were Cumberland sausages. And the skinniest slices of tomato I've ever seen. The skinniest slices of fucking bacon I've ever seen. And that was it. Oh yeah, orange juice, very nice, very fresh, very cold. So very refreshing. Nice coffee. Although the head on it was a bit like I don't know, like a marshmallow. Not something that you expect from coffee. Yeah. But it was like a marshmallow. But it wasn't a marshmallow. It was just the froth that you get on coffee. Or you get on Guinness. A big head. And then we went for a little walk around. And now we're back here at the park. I haven't been in this park since we left yesterday evening. About 8 o'clock. Lee Carrick in the house, Lee Carrick. Nice to see you, sir. To see you so good. What do you mean? Now I can comment. What do you mean by that out of our process tech? Wow. We've got 7 likes already. 8 people listening. Watching, listening. Happy days. You couldn't comment earlier. It wouldn't let you. Oh. Okay. That's a bit strange. Very strange altogether. On the sign here, it says the Park of Lions. But down that end, and all over the place, it's got a different name. That's an amusement park. Yeah, it opens at 5. And I don't like to be here at that time. No. If I am here, it's because I'm sound asleep. Or there's big distractions. Cheers. These trees are absolutely beautiful, Albert. If you've never been sitting under these trees, bring your roll mat and a blanket and fucking sleep under one. Or don't. Because, bring a disposable roll mat. Maybe wrap your roll mat in bin liners and then throw the bin liners away. Lots of people pissing shit under these trees and in between the roots, which is fucking horrible. These are from Australia. These are fig trees. Yeah? Australian figs. Now, Head of Turtle might be able to tell you more about these trees. All I can tell you is that they're absolutely stunning. Absolutely gorgeous trees. Such energy attached to them. Such entertainment all day, every day, all night, every night. I'm highly entertained. Just watching and looking. As the shadow passes, as light reflects onto them. At night time, they've got red, yellow, and red, green, and blue lights that flash on it, which is a bit of a shame, really. You know, but... And then it's got these friggin' park lights on. Yeah, and there's loads of them. The other night, I put my head down, and I had like 20 of them shining on me. Yeah, were glinting in my eye. You can't tell nothing about the, update us with anything about these fig trees. I'm still yet to research what the fuck they're doing here and how the fuck they grow here. Yeah? You know, they definitely didn't send roots from fucking Australia to here. I know that. Is it one of those trees that sends the young via the roots, like a walnut? The daddy walnut will send roots out, which will then produce the next up and coming walnut trees. Well, mate, I don't think these figs are edible, anyways. Yeah, definitely not in the condition that they fall from the tree around here. They're tiny, they're green, and they're dry as fuck. Yeah, I have seen in another park around. They've got these trees, and they do produce better figs, but still, I'm not sure if they're edible. Mm. I'm sure if you've got these trees, these Australian fig trees in your part of Australia, I'm pretty sure they grow a lot bigger than they are here. 80 meters, apparently. 80 meters tall. Well, these trees definitely are not 80 meters wide. Tall. No. I'm not sure how many meters they are wide from the tip of the branch. Let me show you. From the tip of the branch there, yeah, the outline of that. That's the outline of that. That's possibly that's possibly the longest stretch there. And then over on this side, excuse the people, this is the outline of them there. Yeah, yeah. So that's possibly the furthest point. So it stretches. There's the trunk, and there's the other side. All right, and it's that tall. All right. So spent $9.75 on a breakfast, and I spent about the same on Grizzle's breakfast. I don't eat his food, but he's normally at least sampling my food. Sometimes I buy food and we share it 50-50. Sometimes I buy something and I don't like it, so I give it to him after that one mouthful. And you know what I've noticed? Yeah, the last couple of days, I've been buying crisps. He don't seem to want to eat my crisps no more. I know Grizzle's like, yeah, most of his life, and I've never known him to refuse food. About a week and a half ago, he actually left some biscuits to go back to throughout the day. I mean, like, I'm not sure if it was the brand of biscuits. They were so fucking crap and horrible that he didn't like them. So he's just eating them, for top up for the sake of it. But yeah, he kept going away from his bowl and coming back to it, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed seeing that. But I won't be buying that brand of biscuit again. No, it looked very bland, and it didn't have much of a smell It didn't have any oily texture. It was very dry. You've got another type of fig tree in the garden there. The edible ones. Red ones or the green ones. Here in Spain, we've got the red ones and the green ones. Yeah, they grow quite a lot, and I've seen them growing wild. Hola, hola. And saying hello to the little white Captain Jack. A lot of dogs are cautious to come around that corner, right? And a lot of dogs are cautious about there. Yeah, as soon as they get a clear smell of grizzles, a lot of dogs just stand still. You got the green ones. Now the green ones, I'm assured, are for drying. Yeah, they're better dried. Okay, that's what they do in Spain, anyways. That would be out of season figs. Do you get me, yeah? You know, like so. Then you've got figs all year round. That'd be the green ones. The red ones they like to eat straight ways. Yeah, yeah. And when you buy figs, dried figs, it's the green ones. Very rare do you get the red ones dried. I've never seen them anyways. Air Hammond, nice to see you. Do I miss the mountain? Mm, uh, mm, of course, of course. I'm starting to recognize, yeah, I miss a lot of things in life. Yeah, I miss a lot of things in Ireland. I miss a lot of things in England. I miss a lot of things, in most places I've been. Yeah, but at the same time, the mountain's a beautiful place. If I was a rich man, yeah, I mean like money wealthy, yeah, that mountain would be mine. Seriously, yeah, it is like fucking hell. I love that mountain, but without the dollars for simple survival, jeepers, I can't be doing that. I can't be doing that. No. Look, Chris, come in. Come here. He's having a drink. Bless him. What are you thinking? You going to bed? Going to, going to, going to bed? Or you want cuddles? You want to get up here? Do you remember when I was up on the mountain there, Hammond? I was always, like I'd prefer to be walking. I'd prefer to be walking around. But Grizzles and Ted ain't made for the road. Same as living under my dream catcher. The whole time I'm wanting to get back on road. Like all that settled life. You gotta be a rich person to settle. Otherwise, you end up hermitizing because you can't afford the life that's around. End up hanging around with similar people in similar situations, and then vulnerable to making mistakes, getting caught up in stupid dramas. I prefer the lifestyle that I've got in front of me now. Yeah, I don't mind the park bench. There's a few reasons why I choose to keep coming back to this park. Yeah, for one, it's a meeting point for myself and Grizzles if we get separated. Let him know he's been around every one of these fucking roads pissing and shitting. Yeah. So if anything happens, I kind of know where to find him. Yeah. If somebody was to steal him, he'd try and make his way back here, hopefully. And if he was to be stolen, the people that know us to be together, I'd go straight to them and say, listen, if my dog turns up, fucking phone me. Somebody took him. You get me? And happy days. Another reason, the airport's only down the road. There's a lot of people that said they were doorstepping me. So I made it easy by coming closer to the access point. There's also a lot of people that we've met on the social media that wants to meet up go for a coffee, have a real life chit chat. And then also, I've got a lot of friends from all around the world that kind of now know that I'm in Alicante. So if they ever wanted to catch up, yeah, we're at a meeting point. I've made it easier. And I'm still kind of hoping and looking for some of the peoples that I met last time I was here. 10 years ago with Scooby. John Tracy. Oh, he's arresting in my favourite spot. Favourite? Yeah. Yeah, it is a favourite spot. We've got other favourite spots. And we're going to be able to start showing them and staying in those favourite spots. Now that I've eradicated some issues. Where the fucking hell is Mr. Beautiful Blues? He should be awake by now. Going for that 10-kilometer walk yesterday. And some. I reunited with a few old spots where I used to go and chillax with Scooby and some friends that I made here. And I confirmed where my mate's house is, or flat apartment. I'm not sure if he's still there. Yeah, like I said, when I first got here this time around, it was one of the first places I went to. One of the first places I sat and waited to see if he'd arrive. if he'd come out, do some groceries or whatever, and I never seen him. Texas barbecue, ladies and gentlemen, Texas barbecue. Now the originals will understand and recognize the Texas barbecues. And for anybody that is a little bit confused right now, one of the first channels I would interact with, get up on the panel, have a scream and a shout and a laugh and a giggle. The fellow was a pure drunk, an out of control, vile, pure drunk. My opinion. And I kept trying to cheer him up. I kept trying to, get him in to recognize truth amongst all the bullshit. But he was so fucking drunk and inebriated, he became a victim. Left himself very, very vulnerable. And one day, up on the mountain beside my bus, I joined his panel. And in his inebriated state, first thing in the morning, he begged and begged for me to stand up naked whilst he was live streaming. He didn't want to put me backstage and see me naked. He wanted me naked for all his viewers, for all his subscribers, for all his clippers to witness me standing up naked. Pure wrongin'. A pure out and out wrongin'. And me being me, I recognize that being naked on social platforms ain't quite the, thing to be doing. So I reached out and improvised with implements that I had at hand. And I stood up loud and proud, covering myself with a Pringle tube. A lot of people will say he entered the Pringle tube. He was penetrating and masturbating in the Pringle tube. No, it was up against the surface. There was no entering. And if you have a proper look, yeah, you'll see, yeah, a bit of me me dangly bits. A little bit of them showed. Yeah, I wasn't hiding it quite well enough. My ball sack was showing. My last chicken in the Sainsbury's was showing. American Dream. You should be blue. How comes you're coming in grey? That's not normal. You must be blue on another account. I've not been having battery power too often over the last couple of months. So I've not been having the opportunity to go live. But when I have got a charge on the mobile, I do fire up a live. I fire up more lives than chats I join. Yeah. I use what battery I've got exclusively for going live. Met some people from Edinburgh last night. Oh yeah, forgot about that. When we were sat down, they came out with a bag of bag of ready salted crisps. They came out with them and a tin of a small box of dog food, small tin. You know, they're box shaped. Yeah, and absolutely brilliant, lovely. Yeah, and I've done it again. I says, "And what part of Ireland are you from?" And he says, "We're from Edinburgh." There you go, see? American Dream. I knew you was fucking blue with one of your accounts. That mountain life was fucking hard. For the 3 years I was up there alone, bro, it was fucking hard. The hardest times I'd experienced in all my days. In all the life forms that I'd lived before, it was the hardest I'd ever experienced. Would I wish that upon anybody's? Do you know what? There's a lot of people that I'd use that mountain as a training camp for, yeah? And swear down, they would not be able to leave. I'd train them to stay the fuck there, yeah? I'd train them. Simple as, yeah. Now, I tried showing people, yeah? I tried showing people whilst I was on that mountain, yeah? I can work for you. And we can exchange energies. Bartering. Yeah, we can barter. Yeah? People weren't up for it. Because I was in a vulnerable situation, because I was extremely needy, people abused and exploited. And that's why the two YouTubers from the dark side, yeah, from the dark side of YouTube, yeah, two of them ended up there. Yeah. The one that introduced me to the YouTube came over to take advantage whilst he's in between whatever he was doing. And then the shitty wet wipe. Yeah, two people from the dark side of YouTube. Then shout victim. Huh? Because somebody stood up to him and said, "I'm not putting up with your bullshit and your lies. Yeah? I'm not putting up with your backstabbing Nazi behavior. I'm not putting up with your fucking pervy Nazi behavior. I'm not putting up with your predatory picking on fucking vulnerable peoples." They thought they were something special. They thought they were something different to everybody else. You know, like more important than everybody else. They'd get a golden free pass. But I'm sorry, like, yeah. Anybody that has ever known me will tell you, yeah, I'm me. And I haven't changed. Okay, there's a few things I've adjusted. Yeah, I used to fuck all the women that wanted fucking, and I used to, you know, like just fuck them. I used to have a lot of ladies chasing me, and you know, I used to be there for the party. Nowadays, I don't give a fuck if you want to fuck me. Yeah, I'm not interested in just giving it away. If you want to fucking drop in my seed, yeah, you're gonna have to match what I was paid 10 years ago. Last time I was in Alicante. 2 grand for 5 nights. And a hotel paid for. And all food paid for. Sorry, ladies. If you're paupers and you can't afford 2K a night, 2K for 5 nights and days, then we do a deal. We make a deal. You can pay on the weekly until you've got the 2K paid. Top of the morning, John Tracy. Top of the morning there, Hammond. Alvar Process Tech. American Dream. Latoya. Head of Turtle. Good morning, T1. Lee Carrick. I know it's a good evening for Head of Turtle. Yeah. It's evening time for himself, being in Australia. And I know it's early morning for Latoya, being in Americas. But it's a good morning to the British and to the Europeans and the Irish and the Scottish that are here. So Alvar Process Tech is looking for a lady, yeah, looking for a girlfriend, while sitting on his mountain. Here I am on the streets, on the park bench, and I'm refusing ladies. It don't make sense, that, does it? There's a fucking Porsche owner, a mountain owner, you know, yeah, you know, like he's a business head, and you know, he can't get a girlfriend. And here I am, yeah, grey, going toothless, you know, like, yeah, dirt under me nails, not a penny to my name, but, you know, like other people give me the golden tickets. I'm refusing them. So I don't know what the fuck's going wrong, yeah? I mean, look at me, I'm more wrinkled than a fucking shriveled up old prune. Do you get me? Yeah? And I got genital warts. 7 of them. And the women still want me. I mean, what are you doing wrong, Alpha Process Tech? What are you doing wrong? Huh? What aren't you doing? Oh, Air Hammond. High quality dog biscuits. What can I do with them? A month. Jeepers. Do you remember what I used to carry up that mountain for the dogs? Yeah? 120 kilos. Every month I used to carry up that mountain. And some like 30 litres of water every fucking day for them. Do you know what it is, Alpha Process Tech? You keep changing your clothes. Yeah? I wear the same clothes for months. Months and months and months. So maybe it looks like I'm a man in uniform. Yeah? Browns boy. Good morning. Good to see you. See you so good. I was over at the machine's channels this morning. Gave them a thumbs up. Didn't comment. They were too busy listening to music. I'm listening to cars. Sleeping next to quite a busy road. 2 lanes in, 2 lanes out. Uh, so that's quite a busy road, isn't it? Hey, how far process tech? You would have loved this woman that was hanging on to me the other day. Yeah, not like hanging on to me. Yeah, hanging around with me. Yeah, she never touched me. I never touched her. I never tried touching her. But man, she had sexy pair of legs, sexy sized boobies. She was quite fucking fit. You get me? Yeah, very fucking tasty for a 51-year-old woman. A fucking sexy 51-year-old woman. Swear down, mother of 2. Swear down. Ooh, she was a sexy one. Do you know what, John Tracy? Yeah, you felt it. You felt it. Most people did. You get me? Yeah. Looking back, most people did. It's only the absolutely inebriated and ignorant that couldn't feel what I was doing when I was doing it. Like the podcast ref, yeah. Called him out straight away, didn't I? You know, he tried making my life look easy. When I'm climbing up fucking vertical fucking climb, yeah, taking a shortcut, I'm climbing up, yeah, and he's like, "Oh, are you going downhill?" You know, in a serious like, you know, like he's going downhill, yeah, and it was like, what the fuck? It's like this, yeah, fucking cheeky bastard. And for anybody that don't believe, have a look at the fucking videos, yeah. Swear down now. Have a look on the Google Maps. Have a swear down now. I sized up an electric scooter yesterday. And a small boat with an electric engine. I don't think it's suitable for grizzles. Both of them are around the same price. 600 plus. Yeah. But wow. 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 Swear down now. Electric engine. Tiny little boat. Suitable for just across around the Mediterranean. Wow. It needed a more powerful solar panel. From Temu, I can buy a big solar panel that would power that electric engine. But for that sort of monies, yeah, buying one of them boats with that engine, I think I'd get a better deal on a hard boat. Yeah, I like these inflatables are okay. Yeah, they're okay. I mean, just about put it in a backpack and carry it up the mountain. Sitting in an armchair in the UK and you was knackered, working up a sweat, aching muscles, aching back. No matter how much you eat, you don't eat enough. You know, 'cause, yeah, just burn it off. Yep. So yeah, standing up proved that I was naked. The things I reached out for was the barbecue, Texas barbecue Pringle tube, and um, soft cheese container, round, the lid and the base. So yeah, round balls and a long tube. I've been made aware that 2 people clipped it. Yep. One of my biggest fans of this channel, a sister from another mother and father, for sure. An angel, for sure she is. And a dirty swinger. Protecting the dark side of YouTube. A dirty swinger. A no-gooder. A pure wrong'un. Soulway, big up Soulway for outing the wrong'un. I said it from day one. Yeah? An interfering busybody, no good for nothing, wrong'un. Yeah? Encouraging the wrong'uns. Supporting the wrong'uns and their fucking, the dark side of YouTube. I called him out from day one. He came up on my panel with a real manly voice. That's the only compliment I had for him. Unfortunately, Soulway chose to stay away from this channel when I outed his friends at the time. At the time, they were friends. I don't know what's happened since, because I don't involve myself with such channels. But I've always had a great respect for Soulways. American Dream, if you're still in the house, or if you watch this on the replay, Latoya is mad with you. Hopefully you can resolve it. But life's too short for bitterness. And then what you find, because people take sides, and then people will talk about it on one channel and get a narrative set, and then it gets spread across social medias, and then next thing you know, the people get wind of it, and then they respond to it, and it's just a continuous circle of ugliness. You'll find a lot of people ain't got 20 hours to resolve, ain't got 5 weeks to resolve. A lot of people resolve it in behind people's backs. For me, I've always given people opportunities. Let's talk about it. Let's resolve it. It don't need to go no further. Other people don't need to be involved. they can sit back and listen. They can sit back and type and keyboard warrior as much as they want. Whenever I've gone to a channel to confront people, they've always allowed other people's up on panel to scream and shout on me. So it's tag teaming. I've had people blocking and banning this channel, blocking and banning other people's channels if I talk about them, doing their bullying. You know, only their voice is allowed. They're the ones that pay. They're the ones that back channels up, so their voice is accepted. Voices like mine in the dark circles, I'm too much in an individual. They can't control me. I'm not part of their clickety clicks. I'll out them for the dark and wrong uns of which they are and promote. So it's best that folk don't share their dark secrets with me. And it's best that folk don't come to me gossiping about other people's. I won't take sides. But if I'm aware of something, backstabbing. That's what the shitty wet wipes was good at. Backstabbing. Came straight to Spain. Even before he came to Spain, he was backstabbing his associates on the social media. When he came to me mountain, he was full on backstabbing, going through the list of them. Now I don't know why, but for the last 3-4 days, these two teeth have been really wobbly. This happens every now and again. Most of the time they're firm in the gums. I've got to stop paying attention to them. Stop wobbling them. I keep trying to suck them out, pull them out. But I don't want to bleed. And so I'm not pulling them that much. The last one to come out, I did give that a little tug. Yeah, I did give that encouragement to leave me gums. I've got half a cigarette. I haven't smoked. I haven't smoked weed for a few days this time round. Yeah, there last week I did have a couple of more than a couple of joints. Yeah, more than a couple. It's been a few days now, I think. The whole time I was with that lady, the 2 days and nights, I was with that lady. No weed or hash for a day or two before, I think. So maybe even 3 or 4 days, 5 days. I had 2 lighters, now I've got 1. So where's the other one? I bet it's on the floor. I don't see it. That's not to say it's not there. That's it. That's what my camp looks like. Yeah? Yesterday, I nearly bought a mosquito net. Okay, he's moved, and my other lighter ain't there. He's not laying on it. I'm not got my slippers on it. Wow, we're losing viewers. We was on 12 and now we got 4. Are you not allowed to text anymore? Is that what it is? The comments? Because the comments seem to have slowed down as well. One thing I like about being in this park, I get a lot of smiles from other dog walkers. Yeah, it's like they're happy to see us. The dogs are also happy to see us. Don't get no treats, they're just happy to see Grizzles. I had a 7-month-old golden Labrador. Excited to see Grizzles, but the people were a little bit cautious. And they said she'd been attacked by a big dog before. And they don't want her going through that. I said, any boy dog that attacks a female or a puppy should be put down. Yeah. Out of respects. Yeah. That's a crazy dog. A crazy dog that attacks fucking puppies and females. That's a crazy ass dog. Put it down. That'll attack children. That'll attack old people, disabled people in uniforms. And next thing you know, the people were allowing their pup to interact with Grizzles. And they danced. They fucking danced. And the people were happy and joyful and, happy days. A lot of these Yorkshire Terriers, French Bulldogs, Pugs, Chihuahuas, a lot of these dogs are barking at Grizzles. And I'm telling the people, your dogs are saying hello. Hello, like we say, hello, hola, buenos dias. Your dogs are doing the same. Your dogs are happy and excited to see Grizzles. They cannot hurt him. He knows that. And so Grizzles is meeting loads and loads of these little dogs, and loads of these little dogs are going away like, fucking yeah, we've got a big friend. That's quite beautiful to see. One thing I didn't like to see earlier was a very elderly lady with a very, very young 3 month old puppy. I mean, that lady might have, what, 5, 10 years left. That puppy might live for 20 years, being nursed the way these people nurse their little dogs. Have a quick look around. Yeah, people on most of the benches, people walking straight through and around, and dogs walking around. It's a nice, relaxed place. The police are often in and out of here. They're often parked straight across me there. They're often up and down the road. And when people come racing in here purposely to roll a joint, they seem to get busted. Yeah. It's like they get to roll their joints, and then just as they fucking finish rolling, the uniform turns up and busts them. Now I'm not sure if they're connected to the same dealer, their same supplier, or if somebody's watching and reporting. I don't know. First thing I do when I comes into this park, puts the water bowl down, normally putting food down, and then smoke a cigarette, and then go to sleep. Then maybe I'll wake up, top up the water, go and get a bag of water, fill up a shopping bag from the fountain, have a foot bath, and wash a few other bits. And top up Grizzly's water and then go back to sleep. Sometimes I sit up, and those times that I sit up and I just watch everything for the day, I end up sleeping at nighttime. And sleeping at nighttime, really, I don't like it in the summer. I like to walk around in the summer. Summer nights, summer mornings, I like to walk around. I like to exercise the grizzles. I like to explore what's available around here. I like to go for my full body wash in the fountains that I can't do in the daytime because the roads are filled up with restaurants. And night times, I don't mind sitting out on the street to collect a bit of dinner money. Now, one thing that confused me yesterday was like there was at least 3 other tramps in this park, and yet that family of people only fed and paid me. Now, when I looked around, and I seen, okay, fair enough, you got that group of Moroccans, they're tramping it. There's that drunken, dirty fella that pisses and shits in the trees. There's the bubble fella and his mates. You know, there's two or three of them. You know, it's like fair enough. They're all drinking and pissing in trees. There's me pissing in a bottle. Yeah, I put a bottle up my leg, up my trouser leg, and I has a piss. Normally I've got a blue bottle beside me, and that's for pissing in, because it's got a fat neck, got a fat head. So no matter what condition my pecker's in, it'll squeeze in. Bottles like this are absolutely useless. Yeah, I mean most of the time there's spillages. Yeah, so I don't like to piss in bottles like that. If I could find Lucasade here, I'd buy the Lucasade bottles. Just pour the Lucasade out because I don't like drinking Lucasade. But you know, sometimes my piss looks just like Lucasade. If I don't drink enough waters, if I've been eating too many sweets and too much junk food, sometimes it looks like nice Nestea. And then I wish I had a Nestea bottle. Because I know some dirty people eat and drink things out of the bin. And so giving them a full bottle of Nestea or a full bottle of Lucasade, it's disgusting but funny. I mean, you should always smell things, strange things, you know? And that's the lesson there. Don't trust in the Nutella jars wherever I be sleeping, because it might not be Nutella. So yeah, sitting here as public as I am, yeah, I gets away with stuffing a bottle up my trouser leg. I gets away with doing that. Is Mr. Beautiful Blues awake yet? Has anybody sent Mr. Beautiful Blues a message to tell him to wake the fuck up? Has anybody tried phoning him and told him wake the fuck up? Has anybody sleeping beside him that can make him a cup of coffee? Make him a full Irish breakfast? No messages coming through. Very strange behavior, very strange behavior. How much battery have I got? Now I wonder is Hustle listening? That's one channel I have listened to and joined the chat at times when I've had no battery power or not charging my phone every day, all day, every day. I've got something I want to share with me supporters, not just me chatters. You know, I want to share with me supporters. You know, in some ways, it affects everybody involved with this channel. There's the things I want to share, but as individuals, you know, the are on top of the list. Wow, look, there's 8 of yous in. Surely someone of you can send a message to Mr. Beautiful Blues. I've got a feeling he's sociable with some peoples. Oh, there's a boat leaving the harbour. Did I show you the power bank I was given in Benidorm? I was very insulted in Benidorm. There was no places that would charge me phones for me. I was extremely hurt and pissed off with a lot of folks. I went to a phone repairs place, and not even they would charge the phone. I thought that was bang out of order. Like, that's one of the first repairs, you know, like services that a phone shop should be doing, is having a charging point. If I was to have a phone shop, that's the sort of things that I'd be doing. So at this phone shop, I asked him, and he said, no, you can't. And I explained, but dude, I'm traveling, yeah? And I've got no money, I need to communicate with people. It's a blag. You know, I just wanted to charge so I could do some YouTubing. So he still refused me. And I came out of that shop really heartbroken, really hurt and disappointed with society, you know, these businesses. And a good half hour later, yeah, I was still sat there because I was smoking a cigarette. And I'm scratching my head, you know, and I'm talking to myself. And the next thing you know, he comes up from behind me. And he comes out in front of me. And he gave me this power bank. It's a 5,000 milliamp. Yeah, it's all right. It's got a torch. It's got its own like cables that comes out and plugs into the socket. When I went to other shops to price up such thing, they're 20 quid. 20 euros for that one. 29 euros for a 20,000. And 44 euros for 30,000. I've never seen a 30,000 before. I'm not sure what's going on. There's 13 of you listening, yeah, and there's no likes. I mean, there's 13 likes. There's no comments coming in. Don't know what the fuck's going on. Is it because I keep moving my phone that I'm losing signal that it jams your interactions, or what? I haven't got a clue. But we need to resolve this. If there's anybody listening that has fingers, can you just type? Or slap that high. Wow, 14 likes now. Flippin' heck. The likes are going up, but the comments are frozen, I think. Shall I end this stream and start another one? Maybe it might get Mr. Beautiful Blues' attention. I mean, like, what time of day it is it? It's 11 o'clock in the UK. Like, where is he? I know he's an early bird, like, yeah, he normally tunes in, like, if I'm up, well, no, maybe he's waiting for sunrise. He likes me sunrises, me sunsets. I didn't do a sunrise today. I could have, but I didn't, yeah. I was charged up, but, I don't know what came over me. I just, no, I'm not doing a sunrise today. Well, I know for a fact that there's, you know, at least one person out of the 14 that are listening. I know for a fact that at least one of you would have been commenting by now. So I'll end this stream and start another one. Be ready to comment.